Hello everyone, and welcome to The Save Point. Save Point is a podcast that wants to bring Bible-based reviews on video games. We will be judging on two main criteria, the quality of the game and the content of the game. Both will be scored on a scale of 1 to 5. Today's game we are looking at is Bloons Tower Defense 6, more commonly known as Bloons TD 6. Bloons is just a really weird way of saying balloons. Bloons is a tower defense game. The tower defense genre is quite simple overall. You set up different towers that do different things. Some do magic, like cast magic spells that go boom, or some do AoE damage, or area of effect damaged, like a mortar, or a piece of artillery, or a howitzer. All of them are ranged. Some games have you deploy little troops to slow down the enemy, and Bloons TD6 does have a version of that, but it's just little spikes. Now for the game itself, you have a varied assembly of towers at your disposal to help you beat back the balloons. And guess what? All the towers are monkeys! Now, there are a few non-monkey towers, but there are only 5 of them. Now, these monkeys have projectiles to deal with the balloons. Most of them are darts. Yep, darts for like a dartboard. The default monkey is just called the dart monkey. He just stands there with a dart and chucks it at him. Anyway, a few use different things like a sniper rifle, mortars, there's a nuclear submarine, and a couple just use straight magic. All of the monkeys are divided into 4 different categories: primary, military, magic, and support. My personal favorite is military. I mean, you got the sniper monkey, you got the sub monkey, you got the Gatling gun monkey, you got the helicopter monkey. What's not to like? Primary holds the most varied of the monkeys, because you got the gloom monkey, the ice monkey, you got the dart monkey, and the tack shooter. No monkey involved there. Anyway, all of the towers work together to absolutely decimate the balloons. Speaking of which, balloons come in different shapes and sizes. Every balloon stacks inside of the previous one. So you have the red balloons. They're just the basic ones. And when you pop a blue balloon, the next level up, a red balloon comes out. You see where I'm going here? Now, it's not exactly linear because some of the balloons are bigger and split into more than just one. There are also special balloons. I'll make a quick summary. You got camo. Some monkeys cannot see them. It's very annoying. You have fortified, they take a lot more damage than usual to kill. Next up, you got regenerative. They regrow if they are not constantly getting damaged by something. These modifiers can be put onto any balloon, and they can be stacked on top of each other as well. So you can have a fortified camo regenerative balloon, and that is just a nightmare. The last type of balloon I'll cover is the Moab, or the mother of all balloons. It's a blimp that bursts into a bunch of other balloons. There are 4 tiers of Moab. Each stacks on top of each other, as well as you get the normal balloons after you finish the last level of Moab. With the 2 big parts of the game out of the way, let's move on to the heroes. There are 15 different heroes, and each have their own quirks and strengths. Some are focused on damage, and others are focused on support. You got a pyromaniac monkey, you got an archer monkey, you got a forest monkey, you got a pirate monkey, you got a monkey in a tank. All of them have all special abilities and can level up independently of your towers. There are also powers that you can use in order to gain an advantage, such as a time stop, or increasing attack speed of all monkeys, or just plopping down a mobile lake so you can put in some water units. These are limited in quantity, so use them sparingly. There are many different maps you can play in. They are divided into 4 different categories: beginner, intermediate, advanced, and expert. You'll need to complete a map of the previous difficulty in order to unlock one of a higher difficulty. When the difficulty gets harder, that means there are less places to place towers and the terrain is much more complicated. If a tower seems useless on a beginner map, try it in a different place and just see what happens. Trust me, some of them look useless on like the first map, but then you start going to some of the other ones and they are so useful and a lifesaver. There are also special events such as boss battles, race events, contested territory, or the Odyssey. Each event has a unique twist to make the gameplay interesting and fun. And most importantly, fresh. Games like this can get really stale if you don't do anything new in them and just do the same thing over and over again. Bloons TD 6 is available on Epic Games, Steam, and also on mobile. On PC it costs $14, but on mobile it just costs $7. Now, I don't have it on mobile, so I don't know if it has the same amount of features or not, but be warned, it may not have the same experience. Bloons TD 6 is a fun and cute tower defense game that allows for creativity and meme strategies in order to win the game. It can also be played very technically and with efficiency. The differences in playstyle are one of my favorite parts of the game. Now let's move on to the rating. As for pros, Bloons TD 6 is a well-made game that is the 6th iteration in the Bloons TD series. It is very well built and has a few bugs. The game has so many things that you can do and it just does not get old. As for cons, I couldn't really find any. It's just an overall well-made game. For quality, I give it a 5 out of 5. Now moving on to content. Pros, it's a challenging game that is very fun and engaging. Another pro that I think is the most important you could cover, it has monkeys, people. It has monkeys. The game encourages strategic thinking and long-term economic planning. As for the cons, it's really interesting, because while the game is technically violent, you're only popping balloons. It does depict explosions and military personnel. Magic is extremely prevalent in this game. There are also a couple of upgrades that can involve necromancy. Content, I'm going to give it a 3 out of 5. That brings the overall rating to a 4 out of 5. On a couple of other notes, there are some multiplayer functions so users will interact, be warned. And for my personal thoughts, I enjoy this game. I find it fun and challenging. The Sniper Monkey is my absolute favorite because it's just fun. One of the upgrade paths allow you to just turn it into a sniper machine gun and it just does not stop shooting. It's really fun. Well, that about sums up this episode of The Save Point. I hope you all have enjoyed this episode and found its contents helpful. The Discord link is in the description. Thank you all for listening, and may the Lord bless you and give you peace.